How's it going, YouTube? My name is Sherbert, and last night on November 21st, Super People held an update where we were going to see some bug changes, some balancing, some nerfing, some things like that. Now, the update itself was actually really anticipated by the player community. Everyone was really excited for this update because we were going to see the nerf of Firearms Expert. Now, we did not get the nerf that we were all expecting. I really wouldn't even call it a nerf, but we are going to see some quality of life changes in this update. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I will link the patch notes to this video in the description down below so you guys can check out the patch notes on yourself, but we're going to cover everything right here. So right here, it just says when the actual update happened. It happened last night at 2100 to 2300. They also had a really cool Korean live stream during the maintenance where they did answer some Q&A. Unfortunately, I don't think it was subtitled to English, so I don't know what they were talking about, but that was actually a really cool thing for them to do during the downtime. Now, the first thing they're going to talk about is the content additions / improvements. It says that they are adding the nuclear violet ghost skin to the item store. I believe it's 680 diamonds if you guys want to purchase that. It is also saying that their driving sound volume has been slightly reduced when directly driving vehicles, the car, the boat, etc. When driving within 50 meters, excuse me. And this is driving sound volume when directly driving vehicles has been slightly reduced to reduce stress on ears. This way it's not so blaringly loud when you're driving. And it says drive sound volume within 50 meters has been reduced. The sound volume beyond 50 meters is the same as before. So the cars just aren't going to be as loud and as obnoxious as they were previously. Perfectly fine. I know a lot of people complained about that. I never really saw a problem with it. I don't think people drive as many cars as they do like in PUBG or anything like that, but I'm glad that they're reducing the sound. And then it says the smart ping information sent by team players has been improved to display in the language set by the player for smoother communication. So if we're like in EU lobbies and I have a French player who's playing with a Spanish player, the ping is going to be in the language of which you set up. So it'd be a lot easier for multi-language communication squad-based games. So pretty cool. That really like that. And then below that, it says game balance changes. It says key setting restrictions. So this one actually is a really good quality of life change. And it says restrictions have been put on the key setting to prevent easy use of single fire weapons with fast RPM with certain keys. So if you don't know, the scroll wheel macro for the fire for the G3 was really, really strong. If not to the point where it was like game breaking. Players with like a ball wheel bearing on their scroll wheel could just like flick it. And your G3 could be fully automatic. Your DMR could be fully automatic. So they did put restrictions on that. And it says the mouse wheel down key has been modified so that it cannot be set on fire in the key settings. So we will no longer be able to scroll wheel click on our G3 or DMR, any single fire weapon. Really good quality of life change. This, in my opinion, was broken, if not to the degree of cheating. So I'm happy about that. You just can't do that anymore. Down below that, we did see a nerf to the SP686. The SP686 was, in my opinion, an S tier class or gun for a very, very long time. And it says the change to deal fatal damage at the shooter distance than before due to its damage at close range being stronger than intended. And it says change the distance of ultra close range where one shot, one kill can occur. So the ultra close range where you could one tap with the SP686 was 5 meters. It is now 3 meters. Still very, very viable. Still perfectly fine. And it says change the close range distance where a kill can occur with a double tap, so 2 shots. It was 10 meters, it is now 5 meters, which is perfectly fine. The SP686 just feels more like a shotgun and less like an elephant gun that can just one tap you from range. Perfectly fine with that. Really, really, really good balance change. And then over here, I thought was an interesting nerf to Shotgun Master. And it says the skills that were powerful. It says skills that were powerful when used with certain shotguns have been adjusted, and the AR defense effect have been reduced. The level 3 ability of Tank Shotgun has been changed. Tank Shotgun at level 3 gave you +1 magazine size for shotguns. So your SP686 actually had 3 shells. And the magazine size for shotguns, it is now only +3 pellets. So we don't get that extra shot, but we do get +3 pellets. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that's pretty cool. I don't really see a big problem with that. It's a really good balance and quality of life change. And this right here I thought was really weird. I think out of all the things you could have nerfed or balanced with Shotgun Master, I think the knockback effect was the last thing they probably could have even touched. It's kind of a useless skill. And it says the knockback has been increased. And it says knockback cooldown was 2 seconds. It is now 5 seconds. Okay. I mean, I don't like knockback. I don't think it's a really good skill for Shotgun Master who prioritizes close range shots. His shots should not be able to push you back farther. I think it's goofy, but it is what it is. It's 2 seconds. It is now 5 seconds. There you go. That's it. And after that, it says the effective AR defense has been reduced. It says reduced damage from ARs was 10, 15, 20%. It is now 5, 7, 10%. That is very good. That's a very, very, very good nerf for Shotgun Master. This way he's not so beefy, he's not so tanky, he just can't run you down, you know, flashbang you, super jump, shoot you, and just kind of run over the lobby. Perfectly fine with that. I think that's a really good quality of life, really good nerf for Shotgun Master. I think he's still going to be very viable. I think he's still a very top tier class. I just don't think he's going to be as broken to the degree where he just kind of pummels everybody, especially in late game. Now this one right here, this change is actually what I'm really, really excited for. So this is a buff, you know, a buff and some performance changes to Demolisher, which I feel like is a really good class, but I feel like he was underperforming in a lot of aspects. So very happy to see this. Performance of shoulder launcher and bomb delivery has been improved to use them more effectively and easily. This has changed the firing method of shoulder launcher to press and release and improved fire trajectory to be displayed. And this is the minimum damage of the shoulder launcher was 1 point of damage. It is now 30. So no matter if you hit the player, the minimum you're doing is 30. Kind of broken, actually. And it says the explosion radius was 12 meters. It is now 15 meters. And the reload speed was 10 seconds. It is now 5 seconds. So what does this mean? This means that Demolisher is going to be really, really good. This bomb, if the minimum damage is literally, if it's actually 30 points of damage per shot, you could essentially like 4-tap somebody with your grenade. You don't even need your guns anymore. And with a blast radius of 15 meters, it's going to be really, really strong. So expect a lot more Demolishers in the gameplay. Also too, down below, we did see a buff in the minimum and maximum damage of bomb delivery, that RC car. The minimum damage was 1 point of damage again. It is now 30. And then the maximum point of damage was 80. It is now 150. So the bomb delivery system, the RC car, actually has the ability to one-tap players. I think this is going to be very strong, especially in late game when people kind of turtle up, you know, and they kind of find a little hidey hole. I think you can just send your little RC car in there, one-tap people, and kind of bada bing, bada boom. Really, really interesting to see how Demolisher is going to be playing from here on out. I love it. I think it's a really good quality of life. I think it's really strong, but I think it's a good quality of life change. Very happy with that. So down below that is the Firearms Expert nerf. If you want to call it that, there really wasn't that many changes to the class as a whole. I know the whole player community really, really wanted a good balance, a good nerfing to Firearms Expert, who is, in my opinion, the most broken class in the game. And I think a lot of people would agree. So the only change that we got was to the mix and match perk. It says change performance of the mix and match due to its effect being stronger than intended when using the force field. And it says damage increase effect of mix and match has been reduced from 10, 20 to 30%. It is now 10, 15, 20%. So not enough to even remotely balance this class. I know in two separate occasions, the developers in two separate videos had mentioned how strong Firearms Expert was and that they were working on balancing him. This is not a good effective balance, and I think the class is still going to be very, very strong. I know in the developers live stream, I actually still have the screenshot. In the developers live stream, they actually mentioned that with all of Firearms Expert's buffs, he actually has 120% damage increase when everything's like leveled. Now with this update, he'll only have 110 increased damage, or 110% damage increase. Not enough to call it a nerf, not enough to call it a balance. He's still gonna be very, very strong. So hopefully we see a more effective balance change in December's update, which is supposed to bring a whole new spin on Super People. So that is where, in my opinion, where I feel like they dropped the ball, but where they kind of redeemed themselves is right here with the optimization. It says that an issue has been fixed when loading, or excuse me, where loading of indoor objects were occasionally delayed. So like when you landed, you buy a gun or you find a gun, but there's no ammo, or you find ammo, but no gun. They kind of fixed the rendering issue when you first enter buildings and when you land and things like that. So here's to hoping that that's fixed. That was really annoying. I lost a lot of firefights because I couldn't find my ammo or I couldn't find my gun. Hopefully we get everything together. So down below, that's just gonna be some quality of life bug fixes. Nothing really too major. It's showing you that they fixed parachutes so that they can't be used when super jump in the Golden Eagle. Fixed an issue where Shotgun Master's super jump was activated abnormally in certain situations. Fixed an issue where range information was displayed incorrectly in the tooltip for the W2000 and the UMP9 weapons. Fixed an issue where the UI was not displayed in the main lobby due to the loading delay when accessing the game. Fixed an issue when entering the store, would occasionally display an error message and close the game. And then lastly, it says fixed an issue where the game would abruptly crash. So the last one's pretty cool. The other ones I didn't really know about, but I'm glad that they fixed it. So in terms of this update, like I said, very lackluster to what the entire community was anticipating, what they were expecting. Hopefully we see a bigger, more substantial nerf to Firearms Expert in the December update, which is supposed to be gigantic in terms of quality of life for the game. We're going to see a whole new side of Super People come December. So, you know, let's hope let's hope it comes sooner rather than later. But that's it for this video. That's it for this update. Be sure to, you know, load in. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Also, too, we do stream right here on YouTube Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'd love to have you guys come in. Let me know what you guys think about this update. Let me know what you guys think about the quality of Super People at the moment and what you're anticipating for December's update. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.